Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Jim. You have made it to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. It's an awesome Friday. We had some snow last night. It is already melting. That's a great thing. Um, let's see. This is the Jim of All Trades channel, and I'm just get to know me a little bit. I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader. I'm also a dad, a pastor, a remodeler, a contractor, and got a lot of irons in the fire. Run a trading group as well with over 100 people in there who are serious about learning trading and growing in their trading skills as well. So if you'd like to be a part of that, we'd invite you to that. Just join the Patreon in the description below, and you can be a part of that group. We're having a lot of fun. We've had a myriad of people joining here recently, and man, they're excited about learning as well as growing and offering their input as well. So we are currently in the trading group. We are currently short. This is the count we are looking at. We could be wrong, obviously, but we got in at a great position, and so we're watching this count. So I'm going to jump into the count with you, show you what we're trading, and got to get to work here. So don't forget, this isn't financial advice. It never is. It's just my take on the market. It's how I trade. It's how I spend my money. You don't have to spend it the same way. I'm not telling you how to spend yours, okay? All right, what I'm looking at here, a couple things, is we came down and tagged my target from the other day, 60, it was 64.80. We actually got down to 64.60. It was fantastic, but it was just a wick, and I wasn't happy with that. And I was actually expecting, to be honest with you, the wave pattern that I was looking for and expecting was just a little bit of retest and a continuation down to this region here. A good solid hit of the 1-to-1 extension. We did not get that. We barely tagged it and we shot up here. And so I'm not a big fan of that. A lot of times when we do that, when the market wicks a particular area and then rejects, it'll often just come right back to it. Let me show you a couple examples of that. Right here we had a wick and a rejection, and then it took a little while, but the market continued on to hit that. Okay, and you'll see that again. You got a wick here. Okay, and then the market wanted to come up and retest that region seriously without a wick, but you got a wick right here. Market rejected, but it came back up, retested, it came back, and it continued on. And so a lot of times the market will actually tell you where it's going with its wicks. And so I'm under the impression from that we're going to probably work our way back down and really test this region properly. Now, how would I support that with an Elliott wave count? Well, I've got basically, if you can see my red letters here, I've got a WXY. Let me show you what that looks like here. I already got it drawn for you. We got an ABC here. We got a 5-wave finish there. We got an A, a B, and a C there. I think that measures very nicely to the 127 extension. Got a nice 127 extension. Actually, it's a 1618 here, but there's an X wave there. Um, Bit of an extended wave but nevertheless it's there. Then we have a 5-wave impulse. I'm assuming that's an impulse. It's just straight down. Whenever I see the straight down moves, it's just an impulse. I don't count those correctively generally. Just look at that impulsively. So I'm assuming that's a 5-wave. Then what we got here, guys, in my opinion, here in the middle is an expanded flat. Okay, we have a nice expanded flat to the 1618 extension. Okay, it's really good. So basically, the expanded flat is where the B wave actually right down here broke the level of the origin of the A wave. So we got A, B came lower, and then C goes on up impulsively. Okay, and often in an expanded flat, that C will shoot up just like it did. So that's my assumption. That's what we're working off of right now in the trading group. That's my count. That's my primary count. This is actually an expanded flat, and then we're coming down, and we're working our way. They're retesting this region. We may get one more stop hunt to the high. We may have already had it, but we might get a shoot up to the upside. I never put it past the market makers to go get that liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity right up here. What is liquidity? Well, traders that are short, they have their stops up here above this high. Okay, that's where it makes sense that if it breaks this high, most likely it's going to continue on. At least that's the logic that some people operate on. So the market makers will take the price up there, trigger those stops, get that liquidity. So if they're short, that means they're going to be buying, right? So in order to protect the short trade, you purchase, right? And so they're buying, and so the market makers will be selling into your buying. Okay, your stops will be buying while they're selling into it, and so they'll go up here with a wick and then boom, take it on down. And they do that over and over and over again at the top of areas, at the top of zones. Okay, and so basically I have this feeling that we're going to come on down and finish this WXY properly. Zooming out here just to kind of get a big picture here. basically looking at this wave right here right now as a leading diagonal until otherwise convinced another way. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Not a huge fan of the structure, but it's okay. Then we need a. This is too small. This didn't come down. It didn't come down in the shape it needs to come down. It didn't come. So I don't think it's done. That's my opinion. Again, my opinion may be wrong, but I'm going to share it with you nevertheless. That's what you're here on the channel to get my opinion. You do what you want with it. I mean, I could be wrong, right? But that's the shape I'm looking for. It's not finished to me, so I think we're coming down to that region. Now, don't forget that even if we come down to this region, it may shoot up and go on to that third leg up there, and this just may be a big A, B, C, or W, X, Y, however you want to think about it. Probably an ABC because this is 5-3. We get another 5 wave to the upside. That would get us up to the $9,000 region, probably where that one-to-one extension lies. I've been talking about for weeks now, weeks and weeks and weeks. At least 4 or 5 now. 4 ever since this drop, however many weeks that's been. I think it's been like 4. We're in the fourth. Currently in the 4th week or the 5th. I can't remember, but it's been a while. All right. Now, don't forget, there's another possibility here. We could get a 1, 2, 3 wave move. We could get a 3 wave move up like that, and then we'd get one more 3 wave move down. That would get us down to this $55 target right down here. This yellow line that I have, the top of these waves, the bottom of these waves. It's a nice confluent zone there for about 5,500, 5,600 in that ballpark. Okay, and that would bring us basically in a 3 wave move to the downside like that. So that's a possibility. I can't say that's going to happen, but we could go up from here. Once this 3 wave is finished, we could be going up from there. And so we got to understand that. And so we're going to be going long. Unless this trade turns out to be long from here, which I highly doubt it, but shoot, I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. But again, as traders, we look at the market, we make decisions based upon what we see in the chart, from our criteria and from our logic and all the things that we look at as traders, and then we make a decision with our money, and we set stops. We make sure we enter a good location. So listen, I don't mind being wrong with a trade as long as I enter properly in a proper location where I'm in a good position to stop it out if I want to. I don't, for instance, I don't go long at the top of these green candles. I had people in the trading group say, "Hey Jim, is it time to go long?" And they were asking me right up here at the top here, "What in the world? What are you thinking?" No, I mean, how long does price go up like that before it does this on you? Okay, and so you're getting in up here at the top of this green wave, and this is what price does on you, guys. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You don't go long at the top of green candles, and you don't go short at the bottom of red candles. There was a bunch of you on this big drop right here. You were freaking out, and you started going short, and you went short down here, and this is what the market did to you. Okay. And that's what the market does all the time. You guys have to discipline yourself. You got to have a rule. No shorts on red candles, and no longs on green candles, okay? And so that doesn't mean we can't go long. It's just we're going to wait for a pullback. We're going to wait for a 3 wave pullback to finish, and then we'll go long if we get that 3 wave correction, or does it come down impulsively? And so, guys, you got to discipline yourself. So anyway, we went short right up here. Let's see. I'll tell you exactly where I went short. Let's see here. Here's how it went down for me. I got short right here at 71.10 right here on this wave. We went down. We got the stop hunt yesterday. I wasn't convinced. I just went ahead and held it. I said if we get a close beyond 72, I'll shut it down. We didn't. We just got a rejection, and we're heading sideways right now, but it's in a downward trajectory. Want to wait and see what kind of structure we get. I'm not sure what's going on here. So we're going to pay attention really carefully here. I'm probably going to, again, if we get back up to I've been telling the trading group, if we get back up to the $7,200 region, that's pretty bullish in my opinion. If we could be going up from there, my count might be incorrect. And this is not an expanded flat. It's something else, okay? This was actually the end of a wave, and this is a 1 wave, okay? And we're getting a 2 wave, and then we're going up like that. That's what I would expect, okay? But that's the alternate count that I would see here. But I think this is coming on down most likely. We might get one more pump to the high. I can't tell you, but again, I don't put it past the market makers to do that. Okay, remember, market makers don't follow Elliott wave rules. You got to remember that, guys. Elliott wave is just giving you a, how do I say it? It's just a high probability. This is what happens a lot in the market. This is highly repetitious in the market. These are patterns in the market that are predictable at some level. But again, the market makers can. There's so many plays in their playbook. We're just doing our best to get an advantage on them. And for me, my advantage on the market is Elliott Wave. It helps me, and I trade through an Elliott Wave perspective and a lens. It's the way I see the market now. Through fives and threes is the way I see the market. You might see support and resistance zones. I see that too, but I see fives and threes. So anyway, if you want to know more about that and learn more about that, keep watching the channel, as well as you might go back through my Trading Night School courses that are in my video list. Go all the way back to number 1. And just start watching those. They're free of charge. Trading Night School. And I'm going to start that back up, except we're going to be learning Forex, the Forex market. So if you're interested in learning the Forex market, we're getting ready to start lessons in that coming up very, very soon. I'm still trying to get my schedule back together. I'm very, very close to getting my schedule back together where I'm not so busy. Trying to catch up. I finished a bathroom here just recently. It's 2 bathrooms actually in one house. Finally finishing that up. And then I'm actually at a good stage where I am in this remodel that I'm actually in a house remodel. It's an empty house right now, so I'm actually in a good place with that. So I'm getting caught up. I'm hoping to do Trading Night School maybe this next week, and we're going to start learning the Forex as well. And we're going to take the applications of Elliott Wave and what we've been learning and learn how to trade the Forex. It's a great market. It's actually more volatile in my opinion. There's moves every day, better than Bitcoin in my opinion, and they're more predictable time as far as the time is concerned when they happen. And you're not up all hours of the night. There's no FOMO. You can go short, you can go long. You're in and out. You don't care where the market's going. You just discern where it's going and you trade with it. Whereas everybody's FOMO into Bitcoin because everybody's expecting up. Everybody's expecting the price to go up, and so they don't want to miss out on that move. And so there's a whole FOMO mentality in Bitcoin that really creates a difficult trading environment for a lot of traders. Until you deal with that FOMO, you're going to be a bad trader. You're going to lose. Until you start looking at Bitcoin like a trader, you're just getting in and out of the positions so you can make money in the market. You're really not going to do very well. Hodlers don't do super well in this market unless they learn to swing trade, which isn't day trading, it's swing trading. And swing trading is much, much better than hodling. So anyway, a lot of things to learn. Be glad to help you on that journey. Join the Patreon group. It's it's a really, really reasonable monthly, just a monthly subscription, and you can quit any time. And I've always said if you are absolutely unhappy with the product that you get, and I've never had anybody unhappy with the product, when they come in understanding what the group is, when their expectations are set properly, they've not been disappointed at all. In fact, they say it's really cheap and offer probably more than I should. But hey, that's what I'm here for. So I want to help you avoid the mistakes that I made. So it's a great place for new traders, great place for seasoned traders. We'd love to have you around as well. All right. Anyway, that's the way I'm looking at the market here, guys. So we're looking for a move down, guys. I'm watching for a move down. Now, whether we get it, I can't say, guys. I can't say. That's what I'm trading. My stop here is probably going to be. If we kind of go back up and test this top region, I'm probably going to cut my trade at break even and then look for another entry or see about going long. We'll see. I don't like to go long after these big moves. I'd really like to. Excuse me. I'd really like to see a retest. At least a 50% move, but there's no support down here anywhere to be really seen. So I'm not sure what this wave is going to do except down. Down looks like the trajectory for me. The way I'm looking at this with an expanded flat, would look for 5 waves to the downside. Target area is 64.55 to 62.50 in that ballpark. Okay. All right, that's the way I'm looking at it. Again, if it breaks that 7,200 region again, it's looking pretty bullish. And so be careful. Be careful that you don't get stuck in a short there. Make sure you're very, very smart with your money. Okay, could go up or down, but I'm thinking down, guys. That's my take on it. Hope that helps you trading. You guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll maybe see you tomorrow if we can get a video out. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.